I'm back on iRacing. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm back on iRacing after 12 months off the rig. It almost got to the point where I was going to sell the rig as I was just not using it. But something over the past few weeks has been pulling me to jump back in the rig and get back racing. So I dusted down the rig, renewed my iRacing membership and jumped back on the track. A lot has changed since I was last on here. The new user interface has given it a refresh and there has been a few additions to the cars, which I'm looking forward to using in due course. So, where did we get to? Well, I did a few more races since my last video on YouTube, but didn't manage to capture them. Anyway, long story short, I managed to get myself up to A license with the max safety rating of 4.9 and just over 3k driver rating. But this is where it all started to go wrong. Even though I had managed to pick up a bit of pace and my lap times were coming down, I was getting lots and lots of incident points every race and my safety rating started dropping dramatically. So much so in fact that at the end of the racing season, I dropped back down to B license. I fell out of love with sim racing and felt I needed to take a break. But I'm back now and hopefully I can spark the love again for sim racing. Today I'm going to be sharing my return to iRacing and I'm fully expecting to go backwards before I can start progressing forwards again. Just by complete coincidence, my first race is back at Oran Park, which if you've seen my first ever video on YouTube, my first race on iRacing was at Oran Park in the MX-5s too. I'm going to be making this series my Back to Rookies series. If you want to follow along, hit the subscribe button. But basically the plan is to do a couple of races in the MX-5s, a couple of races in the new BMW M2 Cup, and then following on from Rookies, I will then do a couple of cars in D license and then C license and so on. Anyway, enough waffling from me. I want to show you some clips of first practice session back, and boy, did I feel like a rookie again. Moving on to the race, I didn't qualify here and started all the way back in P15 with a view to try and keep it as clean as possible and just see where my pace was realistically. I get an okay start, nothing spectacular, and just keep myself on the outside going into turn 1, leaving the door open for 2 drivers to get in front, but at least I'm still in the race. I managed to poke my nose up the inside of car 19 going into this left Honda and managed to make it stick. So that's one position gained back from the start. Just as we're coming around the final turn, we see 2 cars collided and both went off track. So another 2 positions gained there. With car 16 hot on my heels and they were driving quite aggressively, I decided to leave the door open for them into turn 1 and just took in behind them. heading on to lap 3, and car 16 goes for a move on car 14 into turn 1. A really good overtake from car 16 there, with not too much time lost to the cars ahead. Just as we're heading over the brow into the final turn, they just have a little door bang which sends car 16 off into the grass. I move over slightly to let him back on track, and very quickly car 16 is back on my tail, and I just knew they were going to send it again into turn 1. So I back out and let them have their position. I knew they were quicker than me currently, considering my time off the rig, and my confidence on track is not where it was previously, but I'm certain that confidence will come back soon. So jumping forward to lap 7, and car 16 and car 14 are still at each other, but now we also have car 17 in the mix too. Car 16 manages to get past both of them, and they go too wide with a little bit of contact, and the inevitable has happened. I was very lucky there not to get collected, but 2 positions gained. Onto lap 8, and I'm getting chased down by a car, but can see a few cars ahead. I'm starting to push a little harder to try and catch the cars ahead. But I take just a little too much curb and touch the grass, and yes, that really did happen again. So the 2 positions I'd just made up on the previous lap, I handed them straight back, and picking up 2 incident points for the privilege of a half spin. Final lap, and I was just cruising at this point, just trying to get to the end of the race. A lack of confidence from me due to being the first race back after 12 months, but my confidence will come back with the more races that I do. So, end of the race, I finish right where I started in P15, picking up 2 incident points for the spin, gaining a little bit of safety rating, but losing a chunk of I rating, which I was fully expecting. It's felt good getting back in the rig and racing again, even if I didn't get the result I was hoping for. If you want to follow my return to iRacing, then hit the subscribe button and drop a like on the video. Race 2 will be coming up soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.